Okay, so first identification at setup. We talked about your ball position being a little bit further back. It needs to be just right of centre. However, you had it sort of pretty much right heel there, so a little bit too far forward.
Yeah.
That, even on a good swing, you'd probably catch the ground a bit behind the golf ball.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're encouraging now a little bit ground first, or certainly the club to be bottoming out a little bit early and then catching the ball on the way up. So that's going to top shots, or also pull the golf ball round to the right.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So moving the ball back a little bit, sitting up that. Alter the spine angle, lean over the ball, getting a position where you can reach the ground. It's not where your head is pointing, it's how far your shoulders are from the ground. So more spine tilt or more hip tilt, getting your shoulders over the ball more, keeping that chin up. So you've got a nice neutral back. Because what you will then see, now although you can't really sort of see much of a postural difference there, just look at the difference in these two swings of the 5. That's your 5-iron backswing there. Now with a better posture, your club goes back a little bit further, you see. Your arms, you see, are going a little bit higher, for one. Okay, so you're creating a bigger backswing just by getting a better position. So now you're creating more power, because the power is created on the way back and then released on the way down. Okay, we don't try and add power on the way down. Okay, the other thing now we said is about from here, with a better posture, we're going to move our body to target. Now in both these cases, okay, I'm sort of basically blocked out behind you. On the left hand side now, I suddenly start becoming invisible. You can see me now sort of peering at your right shoulder. Certainly at this position now, there's a lot of weight on your back foot, and your left foot is pretty much flat on the ground there, with most of your weight now finishing back on your left foot, and certainly your hips haven't really twisted through that much. We compare that now to this one. I'm now not becoming, I'm actually going the other way and becoming visible. You're sort of staying on top of the golf ball. Lovely strike. Hips are now going to twist through with the top half. Look at the finish position there now. Hips, you can see, are fully rotated. Shoulders are rotated. And he is starting to go off the toes. So we look at sort of zoom in there a little bit closer. And the difference is there in terms of those swings, in terms of physically, it's a big change, and also health-wise. If your shoulders are always going to rotate 90 degrees, that's almost a given, because the arms attached into the club there, your shoulders will always rotate, but your hips, look at your belt buckle, your hips are back.
Yeah.
So look at this bit here now is really sort of twisting, sorry, the yellow, twisting around there, so your spine now is going to be quite contorted. Okay, and a lot of golf doing that. Okay, over time, you might feel towards the end of the round your back starts getting a bit sore, because your top half now is turning fully, and your lower half's going, nope, not going to move, because your foot is flat on the ground. So this swing now, your spine's a lot more neutral, okay, whereas this one here now is sort of there and then sort of twisting out to the side slightly. So it's a healthier swing as well. And that for me is what I'm trying to encourage a lot of golfers. Yes, guys swing the club in such a way. McIlroy swings it one way, and these guys swing it the other way. Jason Day, Dustin Johnson, all these top golfers, but they're in such a physical state they can do that. 99% of the golfers I teach are never going anywhere near that. But it's making a physical, healthy swing for the people I'm teaching. And for me, if we can finish in a better position on the follow through, relieve a lot of the stress on the back, what you'll see now is a swing. It's a longer backswing, which is great, and more movement through the golf ball. So we're saying a lot more centred. Look where your head is sort of staying. There's a lot more over the ball there and not really sort of swaying off the ball throughout that swing. Whereas you watch this one, see how it's moving sort of back and sideways. I'm sort of going visible, visible, invisible, visible, visible, invisible. And that amount of movement, if your head's going from sort of here to there, okay, that's going to result in inconsistency, isn't it? Your arms and your other body parts have got to substitute for that and try and make some sort of compensation. Well, at 70 mile an hour or 60 mile an hour, and in basically from 3.83 seconds on the clock there to 4.13, so it's about 300th of a second, or 30.3 of a second, if that. Okay, you've got to try and adjust that. That's pretty tricky to do, isn't it? Okay, which is why you hit some nice shots, because you can swing a golf club, but also some bad shots, and it's eliminating those bad shots for me is the key thing. Okay? So having a functionally sound golf swing, a repeatable swing that's consistent, and one that's healthier, for me is what we're trying to achieve. So that we can get used to that hip movement. So practice that movement at home in the bathroom, brushing your teeth, just twisting through the hips there, get that left hip and left leg sort of rotating through more. It'll just become a more natural move for you to do, and you'll do it then without even thinking about it. It'll just happen rather than you're going, I've got to try and twist those hips. Okay. So setup wise, ball position, back a smidgen, more hip tilt or more spine angle lean, and then focus on from the top of the back, in that left hip, left side, everything rotating round, creating more speed and power and a healthier swing. Make sense?
Yes.
Good man, right.
Yeah, it's surprising when you see it on
Yeah.
on
I
the
think
screen,
yeah, exactly. I
basically.
think if I told you now your head moved that much back in the downswing, you probably wouldn't believe it.
Well, I probably
And unless
would, but
but unless you saw it, it's nice to see it.
Yeah.
I've actually had people before sort of standing there, that's not me, and disbelieve that standing thing I photoshopped in some.
Yeah,
So it's sometimes it's good to see it and understand that.
But you can see how much you
exactly,
how much my head moves.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you told me, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah, maybe an inch or 2 or 3, but yeah,
that's right.
that's almost a good 6-8 inches, whatever, maybe more than that and stuff. So have a few more than pin, and we'll see how it goes with some longer clubs. Okay.